Well, here's a way to embark on your own happiness project. Practice different happiness skills one day for a week. Studio 5 relationship contributor Matt Townsend has a 5-day formula that little changes will make a big difference.
5 days.
Do you think 5 days? Yeah, one day for a whole week.
Yep.
Do you think we make this happiness, this quest for happiness, harder than it really is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we're humans.
You said that with an attitude.
But don't you think we make everything harder?
Do we?
Because here's the cool thing. Happiness is already there. See, we think it's a thing that's going to come, it's a job, it's more pay, but the reality is, and we're going to show you, it's already in you. It's already in your life.
Yeah.
You just have to figure out how to see it, how to find it, and how to actually be paying attention when it arrives.
So essentially shining light on what already is there.
It's already there.
So you've mapped out this week of challenges. We're going to break it down day by day. What's first?
Day one, first rule, and we've heard our earlier guests talking about it. You've got to stay present. Here's the crazy reality. You can only be happy if your mind, your body, and your spirit are together. And the reality is if your mind's in another place, you're not going to be happy. That's what makes us so anxious, is when we're worried about tomorrow. When you're so obsessed about tomorrow, oh my word, so many things could go wrong. You're not going to be happy and present in the day. So you got to learn right now, today, to be happy or be present in this moment. Now, how do you do that? Like, it's hard for you because you're running around, you got 5 more things to do on the show. How do you get present for this segment?
How do I?
Yeah. Well, I watched you.
Teach me, relationship coach. Well, I think there's something to be said for the people that are in front of you, right? And I know, I hear my friends who have kids say this very concept, focusing on the person or the child that's in front of them at the very moment.
And actually pay attention and try to heighten your senses so I can actually smell your perfume.
Can you? Do you like it?
And I have better vision and brighter light. So have you ever been driving and you haven't even been in your head?
Yes.
So when you're in that moment, you're not present. So one thing you could do is just actually take a big, deep cleansing breath. This is why so many people do meditation, or a lot of people feel really present when they pray or they're connected to their higher spirit. So the key is actually get in and let your senses start to actually take over. Start to see the eyes of your children and pay attention in that moment. So here's the assignment for day one. Get present, and I want you to identify 3 times today where you were actually vividly present. And it's a choice. In the moment, when all of a sudden you're with your children, they're all screaming, and one keeps telling a story, and you don't want to hear the story. Big, deep breath, and listen and look eye to eye and get in that moment with them.
Nice.
Make sense?
Nice.
Getting present.
One thing I find, my observation, strictly my observation, that I find makes women unhappy is a lot of times we seem to apologize for our shortcomings. We apologize for what we aren't or what we can do or can't do or where we can't be. That, I think, brings a lot of unhappiness.
Huge. That's day 2. Day 2 then is work on where you're strong. So the research in happiness says, don't just sit there and annotate everything that you do wrong. Happy people don't know everything they do wrong. Happy people know what their strengths are, and once you've got your strengths, they work from those strengths. Happy people work where they're strong. Now, so what I want you to do, this is your assignment for day 2. You're going to go to a website called AuthenticHappiness.org, and you're going to take a test called the VIA test.
What will that tell us?
It will identify 25 character strengths. Everybody's got character strengths, and it'll tell you what your number 1 all the way through 25 are. Guess what my number 1 is?
Tell me.
Social intelligence.
I believe that.
Now weird?
I believe
Guess what my number 25 is?
What?
Discipline. Like self-regulation.
And that shows you're not as strong in that particular area.
I can't self-regulate, which means I would talk to you for 2 hours, even though I have 2 more meetings to go to.
You don't know when it's time to put down the Cheetos.
But when I focus on what I'm good at, and my number 1 strength, which is social intelligence, I tend to do better.
Nice.
So everyone's day 2 assignment, go identify what your strengths are, and just start operating out of those top 3.
Whenever we talk about happiness, well, we can't talk about happiness without talking about gratitude. They seem to go hand in hand.
Totally. And gratitude, by the way, day's full of it. There's 10 things today people will do for you. They'll say all these cute things like, I love your new set. Oh my gosh, Brooke, your hair is so glowing and beautiful. So we need to see the good today. Now, the problem with us as humans, we're not even present. We just talked about that. So homework assignment on day 3, I want you to start making, you could do a gratitude journal if you want. More easily, I guess, write down 3 things a day that you're grateful for, that you noticed today were good and brought you happy gratitude. 3 a day. If you'll start noticing it, the research says if you're looking for it, you're going to find it.
Let me ask you this. Do you buy into the fake it till you make it mentality? Yes.
You know
what was that word?
Absolutely. That's a mix between absolute and positive.
You social intelligent creature, you.
I make up my own words because then I don't have to use vocabulary.
Nice.
Here's why. your body creates chemistry. So even if you're faking it, your body will still create chemistry. So one of the keys is smiling, for example. Research shows if you smile, other people see you smiling, and what that does is creates the chemistry in them. So smiling the blues away actually creates better chemistry for me and for them. Day 4, your homework assignment's very simple. Smile to everyone you see that day.
Anyone
Smile,
you pass on the
smile,
street.
smile, smile, smile.
And that's going to connect to our brain. And
It does. And even if you don't see that it is, your brain creates the feeling, the muscles move, and it creates the chemistry of kind of the peaceful contentment. More importantly, you're going to change the world around you.
I love that.
Because they're going to be smiling too.
It's been said, and this is something I actually firmly believe in, that giving of yourself, serving others will help you feel happy, not just the person you're serving. Women, though, sometimes can struggle with a balance of this because they are caretakers all day long to multiple people, including their family. What's the balance there?
So here's the key. And I mean, the balance is going to always be hard because I personally believe if you continuously serve, it's not going to kill you if you're serving for the right purpose. But then it depends that you've got to get in your gratitude and be grateful that you have a chance to serve and start noticing the fruits. But more importantly is I want people to learn to turn their arrows outward. When your service becomes detrimental is when all of a sudden you're looking at yourself and you're like, what about my life? What about me? What about me? What about this? What about that? The minute you're looking inward at yourself and you're like not getting everything you want, you're going to start to be less happy. If we turn our arrows out, here's how we do it. And this is activity week 5 or day 5. Just ask yourself every morning, what's the most important thing I can do, and choose one person for Brooke today to help to lighten her load. Just choose one activity and go and serve that person. And then guess what? If you're present and you smile and you're grateful and all of these things are working, you're going to sense the benefit. Now, my belief is you don't need to serve everyone every day. I don't even think you have to be so profoundly, deeply serving your children to the 10th degree. But there are certain moments in every day where there is the moment that's presented to you that you need to deliver on. That's your moment to change a life that day.
And I would like to meet the one person out there who has given of themselves or served even in a time that they're feeling low and they haven't felt better
every time
after they did it.
So by the way, so notice, it's already in you. Every one of these are already in you. So there's 5 days of activities you can do. Then what I want you to do for Saturday and Sunday is simply notice, go through the week and simply notice what worked. And whatever worked, do those activities again.
I love it. Townsend, thank you so much.
Thanks, Brooke.
You are socially intelligent.
Thank you. And you have an incredibly wonderful show. And you know what I noticed? It looks different here.
We did a little bit of a spruce up, just a little bit.
I didn't even notice till I got
here. Glad you like it. You have an upcoming kind of retreat that we want to let people know about.
We are cruising with the we're cruising. 8-day marriage and vacation retreat. You know what? For reals. January 11th.
8 days?
I'm getting in my swimsuit and I'm not taking it off for 8 days.
Oh boy.
And we're going to be in the Eastern Caribbean. All you got to do is go for Fun for Less. Go to funforlesstours.com. They've got incredibly great pricing packages, so you can get there. It's affordable. We'll have 3 breakout groups where we'll work on your marriage, and you'll hit the beaches.
Can't think of a better place to be.
You guys got to come.
Choose that wardrobe carefully, though.
I will, for
People
sure.
are paying.
Yeah, I get sunburned.
Thanks so much.